This email participant says, I am a firm believer that education is the answer to lower recidivism. I've seen firsthand that education can give inmates the skills and confidence they need to change their lives and become productive citizens. The statistics clearly prove this, and in the long run, education has been proven to be much cheaper than repeated incarceration. Inmate education is no longer on the recurring budget, and eliminating it has been looked at as a way of saving money. Here's the question. In the long run, do you think this is even something that should be considered? And if it comes to pass, what will be the repercussions? Is saving money 1 year to scrape by worth risking our communities for in the long run? After all, every inmate that's released from prison, whether they're educated or not, is coming back to a community in North Carolina. Wouldn't it be better to have a rehabilitated, productive member of society? Please share your thoughts and any other information you have on this. Thank you. That's a lot to think about. The first question, though, was about whether it says, do you think this is even something that should be considered? And if it comes to pass, what will be the repercussions? Let's start with that. That kind of gets to the heart of the issue. Is that the case? Have for purposes of budgetary restrictions or other purposes, have some education programs been eliminated?
Well, I think that there will be a number of alternatives looked at, but I think what is key is the fact that the General Assembly, and particularly our partners with the community colleges, have worked extremely hard to provide our inmates with an opportunity for education. That has occurred in the past. I would expect that will continue in the future. I agree with the writer that education is key, and as I mentioned earlier, it clearly is one of the tasks that our working groups are working on. So.
And one of the other efforts that the Street Force Task Force has been looking at as well within that is looking at some opportunities to support some public policy efforts to potentially reduce sentence if folks participate in educational programs within the prison system as a way of encouraging inmates to actually participate in those GED programs or those other vocational training programs, which will provide them with the tools after they are released to be more marketable within their communities. So education is a good deterrent to actually even getting into the prison system to begin with. So it's clear that as a state, we must continue to play a role in supporting educational efforts for both folks in the prison system and education abroad.
We also need to, as citizens, look at nonprofits that are out there that are giving training programs to individuals who've recently released or who have had issues with getting their GED or their education. And we need to look at them a lot more seriously because, yes, I agree. Education is key, not just to keep an individual from going to jail, but also to put them in a different frame of mind and understanding of what life is and what life's responsibilities are after they're out. And also, of course, to be certified to do many of the different key jobs and key trades that exist.